Presidency has debunked reports that Muhammed Babangida, son of former military leader Ibrahim Babangida, rejected his appointment as chairman of the Bank of Agriculture, BOA. A statement from Presidential aide Olusegun Dada said Muhammad accepted the role with gratitude and described the circulating rejection letter as false and malicious. The government vowed to investigate and prosecute those behind the misinformation. However, a letter allegedly written by Muhammad and shared by media personality Dele Momodu claimed he declined the appointment due to personal and professional reasons. In the letter, he thanked President Tinubu for the opportunity, but explained that he could not commit to the role at this time. Momodu praised the rejection, calling the appointment a Greek gift. Muhammad's appointment was among several strategic positions recently announced by President Tinubu. The controversy has sparked political backlash, with the African Democratic Congress (ADC) accusing the presidency of trying to influence Northern support ahead of the 2027 elections. The presidency, meanwhile, maintains that Muhammad's acceptance is official and valid. Let's start from ADC's claim of the president is trying to use these appointments to buy support from the North. What's your thoughts on this story?
They cannot be far from the truth. This politics, in politics, any move is being watched by your opponent. Your political moves is being checkmated. Is being calculated as as a way or that is giving you undue advantage more than your opponent. And again, when you look at the ADC has come to checkmate APC to play that viable position that APC played against PDP prior to 2015 general elections. So, and their publicity secretary, which is Bolaji Abdullahi, is really doing well. In trying to match the sitting party, which is APC. But when you look at it holistically, you find out that there is no, in my view, Michael, there is no other person that Tinubu has lost that will affect him roundly other than Erufai. Now, say Erufai was the chief governizer that made Tinubu to sit there, and they know. I don't know if you have listened to Buba Galadima. I listened to Buba Galadima. Hence, Bola Tinubu allowed himself to part ways with Erufai. It will be difficult, but there is nobody who will get in the North. The only person that can give Tinubu, that hand Tinubu the second tenor, is Atiku Abubakar. If Atiku Abubakar is not playing a card that some of us are still watching, because if Atiku wants to send Tinubu back to Lagos, he could only use a southerner. But if he's bent on destroying the coalition that he's spending money and time now to form, if you want to destroy it, let them not zone the ticket of ADC to the south. That's why you could hear them. Erufai and Dobi have not decamped from their party. They're still with their parent party.
Okay. So
they are still watching. Many people are still watching. You could notice that the ovation that heralded the coming of the coalition is gradually dying down. Huh? I don't know if you have noticed. It's gradually dying down because once you go into that contest without microzoning it to the south, even the southerners will reject that particular thing. Are you hearing the voice of Amechi again? Because they know that Atiku is head-bent on contesting. And if he's head-bent on contesting, I just had yesterday news filter that Tinubu has held a closed-door meeting with Kwankwaso. What you ask yourself, what is Kwankwaso bringing? 1 million votes. But Atiku got 6.8 something million votes. Obi got 6.1 million votes plus. Do you understand? Tinubu won with 8 million. Kwankwaso got over 1 something million votes. So if you push 1 million to 8 million, it gives you 9 million plus. you dance around it. And I know Tinubu will lose a lot of votes, because like P2B said, the vote is against hunger and the insecurity, and the Nigerians don't have jobs. So the political awareness now will even be more heightened, more than what we saw in 2023, despite the fact the hanky-panky that INEC played. But Nigerians will not be deterred, because what they want to use it is to deter Nigerians from, being lukewarm. Nigerians will now be lukewarm. They won't come out to cast their votes. And when people don't vote, that is the time to rig election is very easy. But when people come out and vote, to rig election is very difficult. Go and make your political research. When our people don't come out to vote, that is when you have handed them over to go and write their results. But as Nigerians held them accountable, what they did with the 2023 general elections results, they have not still been able to come out of it till today. So what I'm saying in effect is this: Muhammad Buhari's son, Ibrahim Babangida's son, that he gave an appointment. What has been his political influence?
If you go through his portfolio, he's a master's holder in business.
No, it's not about master. What we are talking about in Nigeria, Nigerians don't give, sorry to say it, Nigerian politicians don't look at your CV to give you, once you are not that kind of person, a grassroots mobilizer. I don't want to use some certain words, but once you are not a grassroots mobilizer, you're not that bulldozer. The Nigerian state and system only rewards people that are negative in character, especially when it comes to election and the way they do the appointments and the people they compensate.
But that no.
That is the Nigerian political. I said I didn't mention anybody. I said this is in our DNA in the Nigerian political space. We are here now. I'm here in Rivers State. I'm here in Port Harcourt. When people are only rewarded when they are negative, that those of us that are doing legitimate things, like I'm here now analyzing, trying to conscientize Nigerians, and nobody will look at me. Even they wouldn't like to see me within their space, because for them I am a threat. I'm somebody that is of good conscience. But if they want to go that whole hog, they know how they do it. You don't, this one now, you don't need to paint it. So Muhammad Babangida's son, what is his political antecedents when it comes to mobilizing, and how has he played his card? I've not heard his name before, even in the politics of Niger State. Or is it because Tinubu is looking for sympathy as Buhari is no longer in the picture, and the disciples of Buhari has left for ADC? You understand? I heard somebody saying today that Malami, the governor of Kebbi State, is saying that the former Attorney General of the Federation is just deceiving himself, hibernating with the coalition. But I now ask a question. I asked myself that question, that who left the seat for him? Because it was Malami who started the campaign first. We saw the luxury car, the luxury Hilux cars he bought, and the SUVs for his campaign. He was the first person that imported cars. But Muhammad Buhari had to plead on him to help him in serving out his tenure. If not, Malami would have been the governor of Kebbi State. So people, I don't know the sudden amnesia that some of those politicians develop when they're on seat. Because I stayed here, I talked about the cars that Malami imported for his campaign. He didn't hide it.
Okay.
So when you now say that the son of Babangida, is it a way to get anointed and endorsement from Babangida to support a Tinubu.
But irrespective of the fact that it's a presidential appointment, don't you think there are procedures that must have been followed before the nomination of this personality?
Which kind of procedure?
Because the president will wake up one
which
morning
the people they have been appointing, which procedure does they look at your CV? Nigeria make appointment for winning elections, strategic, looking at the dynamism and why was Ganduje impressed upon to resign? Because you want to get a 1 million or 2 million vote from Kanu. And all those punditing we did is coming to fruition. I just mentioned that Kwankwaso had a closed door meeting with the president. So Shetima, we should be aware.
All right, thank you for your...
So when you talk about this punditing, appointment of this appointment, the only thing is that Ibrahim Babangida is the northerner now that is positioned as because Tinubu cannot go and meet Abdulsalam Abubakar to favor him, because Abdulsalam Abubakar, you know the role they play in this electionary campaign. They are this peace committee with Father Kuka and Jonathan and some of them that played that role that made Jonathan to concede defeat. So they are still doing that. So Tinubu cannot go to Abdulsalam and say, anoint me. Obi cannot go to Abdulsalam and say, and Abdulsalam will say, I now support Obi. But the person that they can go to now and begin to worship is Ibrahim Babangida. So this particular appointment is very strategic.